Welcome back, everybody. We are back here on BYC Gaming. Bring your controller. I go by the name of Biz. You know how we do. And if you don't, welcome. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is the New York Jets franchise, episode number 41. And it is now the off season. Just to give you a quick review, if you haven't been keeping up with the previous 40 episodes. In our first season, we had injury trouble with Aaron Rodgers, similar to the real life Jets. And we were eliminated by the Cincinnati Bengals in our first season under control of this New York Jets franchise. Then the following season, Rodgers got hurt again, but he did come back and he did finish the season, and we finished the story a la Cody Rhodes style, and the Jets won the championship against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, as we look ahead at the 2025 season, we were eliminated by the Baltimore Ravens, and the referees with a horrible call, horrible pass interference call. And eventually that will lead to the demise and the end of the season for Gang Green. Okay, so first of all, before we get to the rest of the proceedings this evening, be sure to follow our link tree. Check out all the places you can find us on social media at BYC_gaming on Instagram, at BYC_gaming on Twitch, at BYC Gaming Online on Twitter, aka X, at BYC Gaming on YouTube, TikTok at BYC.gaming. All right. So we're going to simulate and we're going to look at how the season ends before we move on for the rest of this all-season episode. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, follow if you like what you see and what you hear. All right, let's advance to the Pro Bowl, which is one of my least favorite things about current day Madden, that we cannot play the Pro Bowl. Like, whose idea was it? What genius at EA said, nah, those franchise guys don't need Pro Bowl. They'll be fun playing Ultimate Team. Get out of here, bro. Like, I really wanted to play the Pro Bowl this year, being that I knew I was going to run a couple years with the Jets. But either way, let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. Give me 1 second real quick. Okay, so as we look at the quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Shedeur Sanders, bro. Shedeur is a Pro Bowler for the Packers. We're going to look at his numbers in just a second. Breece Hall's a Pro Bowler, him and Pacheco. Rounding out the running backs, you see Bijan Robinson, Kenneth Walker. Joe Burrow had a really good year. You see Josh Jacobs on there. Pollard. I'm trying to see if I notice, a certain amount of Jets on this roster. See some usual names like Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson. You got Pittman, Jamar Chase. Probably we don't have Garrett Wilson out there this year. He had a rough season. Addison makes a Pro Bowl. Amari Cooper, T. Higgins, Travis Kelce. I think Shoemaker is the guy that's on Dallas. He's really good in this Madden season. Brock Bowers getting a Pro Bowl nod in his young career. You see Dallas Goedert, Ingram, Quentin Nelson on the offensive line side, Laramie Tunsil. Okay. There's another Pro Bowler for us. Austin Corbett makes another Pro Bowl, back-to-back years for the Jets starting center. Looking, you see Tyron Smith, who's actually a Jet now. You got to love it in real life. But, okay. Got Zach Martin. Lindstrom's up there as well. Okay, now let's see the defense. Let's see if we were able to get a Pro Bowler here. As you see Micah Parsons, Verse, Donald. Aaron Donald's still playing despite calling it quits in real life football. One of the greatest defensive players to ever play the game, man. He's a beast. Quentin Williams, boom, boom, boom. Another Pro Bowl nod for Quentin. He had another great season. Probably, I'm trying to think. I have to look at it statistically, but it's probably his weaker of the 3 seasons that he's had, but still good enough to not to get the Pro Bowl nod. See Max Crosby, Bosa, Burns, a lot of good names on these Pro Bowl teams right here. And based upon what I'm seeing, our last Pro Bowler might be Derek Forrest, if I'm not mistaken. Glad he made it. He had a really, really good season for us. A lot of big tackles, a lot of broken up plays, even some interceptions. He was solid all the way through. Okay, and that'll do it. I'm actually surprised that McCole Hardman didn't get kickoff return or punt return because he did have touchdowns on the year, and went to Alvin Kamara, who, if I'm not mistaken, he was mainly used as a special teams guy on the team that he was on. Either way, that was interesting. Very, very interesting. So we got what, four Pro Bowlers? I mean, Brees Hall, Corbett, Quentin Williams, and Derek Forrest, if I'm not mistaken. Salute to them. Let's look at who made it to the Super Bowl this season. The Ravens, who had a long stretch of, I believe they started the season 11-0 or 13-0. You know, they were the best team in the AFC all season, and I think they proved it by beating the number one seed Kansas City Chiefs 48-42. That was a shootout, and we'll have two African American quarterbacks going head up: Lamar Jackson versus Caleb Williams, as the Commanders were able to pull off a victory against the Bucks. Let's take a look at some of the player stats. Jared Goff had a so-so game for Tampa Bay. Didn't turn over the ball, but Caleb Williams was the one that was making things happen. 253 yards through the air. You get a peek at the run game. See how the receiving was. Ooh, Dotson went off. Let's take a look at the stats at the Ravens and Chiefs before we move on real quick. Lamar Jackson, wow, good game. One pick, 3 TDs. Patrick Mahomes had a game. 5 touchdowns, nearly 400 yards. And look at Lamar Jackson, 16 carries, 81 yards, 87 yards for J.K. Dobbins. Look at the numbers for Rashad Bateman and Travis Kelce. Tony even had a good game. Whew, that's gonna be tough to deal with. That's why this all-season episode is very important. We have got to load up this team and get ready to compete with some of the powerhouses in the AFC. All right. So now we're moving Super Bowl week. Pro Bowl now over. I don't even care who won the Pro Bowl because I can't see it. I can't play the game. I don't know why they did that. I really don't. Let's upgrade players real quick before we move on. Brees Hall and Quentin Williams getting an upgrade more than likely because of how good they were this season. He's a really good elusive back. I don't think I should add to that. I've been passing him the ball a lot more. He had that one game this season where he had like 11 or 12 receptions. I'm still trying to figure out what the Jets' record for receptions in the game is. We're going to try to break that next season. And before I move on any further, I just realized something. Okay, first of all, Brees Hall has multiple points. So he has 2 skill points left. We can go ahead and put one on the elusive. Now, see, this is my problem. Now I want to put receiving to 85, but it's hard to not make elusive back 90. Is now Brees Hall is a 94. He is going to be carrying the load for us. I made him captain because he leads by example. He be putting up big numbers every game, no matter what. I'm a up finesse move, pass rush, pursuit. Whereas power rusher gives you power move, tackle. I'm gonna go with speed rush because I think that can help him have multiple ways to get to the quarterback. Quentin Williams' rating goes up just a bit on that. All right, let's get ready for the Super Bowl. I mean, there you see that trophy will be on the line. As it's gonna be a DMV Super Bowl. I just thought about that for a second. Baltimore versus DC, and I got a lot of family in Baltimore and DC and Virginia as well. Over there, you're either a Ravens fan because most of them are in Baltimore. The Ravens fans in Maryland as well, obviously. But if you're not a Ravens fan and you're not from Maryland or that area, maybe a little closer to PG County or closer to the district, or even if you're on the other side and you're closer to Virginia and you're in the district. Most of those guys and ladies out there are Commanders fans. So let's go ahead and see who's going to win I guess we can call it the Beltway Super Bowl, the Beltway Bowl, Ravens and Commanders. Let's see if Caleb Williams can continue his ascension into greatness by beating Lamar Jackson in Super Bowl 60. Let's see. As we sim ahead. Wow. Your Super Bowl champion. Wow. Four-time Super Bowl champion, Washington Commanders. Wow. I'm absolutely shocked. I shouldn't be, I guess, though, because they were in the mix. I think they were in the NFC title game. No, was that the Bears last year? Either I can't remember. You can see some of the awards on the side there, but we'll just focus on the 28-14 win. Let's see what made Brian Robinson the Super Bowl MVP. Let's take a look at the box score for the Super Bowl. Here we go. As you see the stats. Wow, that was a big offensive day for the Commanders. 421 yards. The Ravens couldn't move the ball on the ground and didn't really do much of a good job moving the ball through the air as well. When it comes to the statistics, Caleb Williams absolutely balled, outplayed Lamar Jackson. 324 yards, a touchdown, 188 yards for Lamar Jackson. And then you see on the ground, Brian Robinson had 79 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. That will give you a Super Bowl MVP. Ask Breece Hall if you don't believe me. All right, so what we want to do now is take a look at the awards for the season. And for that, oh, don't tell me they did that. Why would you lock the in-season award? Come on, Madden. Like, why would you lock the ability for me to see the in-season award when the season is over? Maybe it's on the main menu. Let me see. It's not. So I apologize to y'all for that, because y'all know the last 2 times I've done the recap episodes, I went through every award to show you how each person stacked up on the list. And Madden again drops the ball with just simple stuff in the game that should be in the game anyway. Your MVP, Jalen Hurts for the Eagles. He had a really good season. John Harbaugh, Coach of the Year for the Ravens. Like I said, they were the best team in the AFC all season, despite not having the best record. But John Harbaugh did a great job coaching up the Ravens. Offensive Player of the Year, Jalen Hurts. Defensive Player of the Year, Max Crosby. Shedeur Sanders. Like I said, we're going to look at the stats in just a moment. He is your Rookie of the Year. Finished with a Pro Bowl season for the Packers. Got to give credit where credit's due. That is major work. As I have to look back to remind myself that we did win a Super Bowl 44-16. Just had to remind all you Cowboy fans out there what we did to y'all in the previous season. But nonetheless, if you, I went here also to show you last year, Rookie of the Year, Caleb Williams, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now you move to 2025. He's now a Super Bowl champion. So much love, much respect to the Commanders. All right, let's take a look real quick at some of the stats on the season, since we can't like take a deep dive into the awards. Look at some of the league leaders right now. We'll start. Well, let's look at Bo Nick's number before I move on. 2,800 yards, almost at 2,900. Zach Wilson was playing okay. You see the touchdown to interception ratios is not really good for either of them, but it was good enough of a good enough of a season from both of them for me not to get on their case about interceptions right now. Breece Hall, probably the team's MVP this season, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns, only 1 fumble on the year. And shout out to Izzy, who gets busy. 109 carries and 552 yards with 9 touchdowns. He will be getting way more carries next season. I'm going to try to balance out how much I use Breece Hall in the next up-and-coming season. I hope you guys tap in for that. Let's look at the NFL stats. Bijan Robinson is your league leader as far as rushing yards are concerned. You see Hall coming up in 3rd. Behind him, Travis Etienne, Trey Benson. I mean, that Packers team is really young, but they are really good at the same time. As we see, Patrick Mahomes is your yardage leader for quarterbacks on this season. Look at Caleb Williams, top five, and not just him, Drake May as well. Two very young quarterbacks, along with this Anthony Richardson. A new era is being ushered into the NFL, and it starts with the quarterbacks. Let's take a look at the receiving yards. Your leading receiver, as far as yards are concerned, Stephon Diggs, just barely beating out Jamar Chase as well as Michael Pittman Jr. It was very close for that league lead. A little disappointing that we don't have any guys on this list, but we're going to try to pass the ball better, try to bring in a new quarterback and what may have you. Michael Pittman, the leader in receptions, 120 receiving yards. And then your touchdown leader, that goes to Stephon Diggs with 15. Sterling Shepard not too far behind with 13. Chase and Cooper tied at 12, along with some other guys. I'm going to go back to running backs. I want to see who led the league in touchdowns. That would be Austin Eckler. He had 23 of them. Breece Hall not too far behind, tied for third with 18. We'll kick it. Wow, did I kick the longest field goal? Okay. Almost, I thought I had the longest field goal, but that will belong to Tyler Bass. 58 yards. Most field goals made this season goes to Will Reicher. Remember, last season he was perfect. Didn't miss a kick. Didn't miss an extra point. This year, missed a few kicks. Still 79%, but he made the important kicks when they mattered. Did miss 2 extra points. He will build off of that success next season. Your league leader in tackles, Drew Sanders. 164 of those bad boys. The league leader in sacks, Michael Parsons, 19 and a half. Good season for him. Your league leader in interceptions, Tre'Davious White. He had 9 of them. And let's see who led the league in the special teams category. See, now I don't understand that. Alvin Kamara had McCall Hardman had a way better season than Alvin Kamara when it comes to kick returns. He led the league in touchdowns. He had as many kick returns as touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, as the rest of the NFL. How was he not a Pro Bowler for kick return? Look at this, bro. The only the only guy returning kicks that had 1,000 yards in kick returns, bro. How did he not make the Pro Bowl, bro? That is insanity. Nobody even has 20 kickoff returns. He has 62. And he averaged 28 yards per return, which is only bested by Alvin Kamara, who probably, you know what, I'm going to leave it alone. It's just Madden goofiness. And you know what? It's the same thing on punt returns. McCall Hardman is the best special teams player in the league. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to leave it at that, though. I'm going to just leave it at that. They don't never want to show love to a Jet, man. They don't want to give us credit where credit's due, you heard me? Either way, let's move back to the statistics. Let's go to coach stats. Andy Reid with the most wins as a coach. We're trying to see where Robert Saleh is right now. He's at 47, still young in his coaching career. 47 and 38 on the year. On his career, pardon me. We're hoping to keep moving those numbers up. Okay, so I did tell all of y'all that if the Jets made the playoffs, remember I said this when we were in the midst of a 7-game win streak. I said if we make the playoffs, I'm going to build this team a new stadium. So it is time to do that right after we upgrade these players right here. These are like all practice squad guys, so I'm just gonna automatically upgrade. Not quite sure if any of those guys will even make the team in the following season, so let's move ahead on that. Manage your stadium. Now, I haven't made a stadium in Madden, I don't know how many years, bro. So let's rebuild the stadium. If any of y'all out there watching live on the playback, help me out. Trying to pick this stadium. Basic canopy. Basic futuristic stadium. That's 70,000. Okay. Then we got basic hybrid stadium. I don't want like a hybrid stadium that has a cover because I definitely want to be able to enjoy some snow and what may have you. Traditional. It's a nice little classic stadium right there. Chief Stadium with premium seats. Okay, so just looking through here, I would say I'm thinking deluxe canopy. I'm gonna be honest, I like the deluxe hybrid stadium. I really do. But okay, it's gonna be between the deluxe and the canopy. The canopy and the deluxe hybrid. Okay, now the fans, as you see the opinions on the side there, they're loving it. Stadium Wide says just took a look at this design and I love it. What are the chances the owner actually picks the stadium? This stadium is pretty affordable for the upgrades it comes with. This is a smart financial choice for bigger markets. Whereas this one is pretty much a leader in the clubhouse for me. For the cost of the stadium, this gives the team the best chance of making a profit. I love to see this stadium in person. I've heard the stadium design includes massive bathrooms and a sweet new fan zone. Okay, so now I'll just compare prices. The hybrid stadium and the canopy stadium are the exact same price at 1 billion, and they both have the same weekly cost. All right, so I told y'all I want to be able to see snow and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna go with the deluxe canopy. As we get a look at the seating breakdown, everything starts off at level 5. You gotta love that. Let's do it, man. This is our new stadium, Jet Stadium, baby. um, Let me see. Can I change the name? Can I change the name? I guess it's Jet Stadium. Then that'll be the name of the place where we call home from here on out. We'll see what the stadium looks like pretty soon. Let's get a peek at the retirements. Michael Thomas, who finished his career in Tennessee, calls it a career after 10 years. Jordan Poyer, 13 seasons. He's calling it quits. You see Eric Hendricks, Marcus Pierce. Okay, we lose Tomlinson. I don't know if I was going to sign him back, but he's gone. Bobby Wagner also calling it career after 14 seasons. Fletcher Cox, Zach Martin, some good players here calling it a career. Graham Gano was a Pro Bowler in his final season. Salute to Graham Gano, 17 years. And then you see Russell Wilson retiring from the Broncos. Broncos country, let's ride. Off into the sunset. There's Keenan Allen, 13 years. He played with the Bears last, and he's gone now. Keith Smith, shout out to Keith Smith. He was a cool dude when I worked for the Falcons. He was a real cool dude. He's calling it a career. I didn't even know he played 12 years. That's impressive. Kind of hot in there at fullback. Allen Robinson. I think that's it for the big names. Oh no, I stand corrected. Matthew Stafford, who I think was last a free agent, 17-year career. It is all said and done. I think, like I said, that's it for the big names. LaMarcus Joyner rounding out the retirees after the 2025 season. Okay, so let's move on ahead to the next part of this off-season episode. I guess I got to talk about the real life draft. I won't get into it too much. I'll just talk about two teams that have some real important things to do. Mainly, I'm going to talk about the Jets and then the Bears. So the Bears have done a lot of moving around. As we'll get a peek at the mock draft. I'm just going to run through it while I talk to you about the Bears 2024 NFL draft ideas. Me personally, I like Justin Fields. I thought they should have given him a little more time, but clearly they're ready to go into a new direction. As you see, Arch Manning projected to go to the Seahawks at 7, but clearly they want to go in a new direction, so they're gonna draft a quarterback. Personally, in real life, I'm not all the way sold on Caleb Williams. I'll admit that I believe I'll be proven wrong, by his skill set. If he does ball out in Chicago, no question about it. I can give him his credit. He's a good player, but I just want to see if it's going to transfer over because as a Jets fan, I see a lot of USC quarterbacks come through the AFC, and some of them were great, some of them weren't it. So I'm not sure if that would be the case with Caleb Williams, but clearly that's where the Bears are going. We'll see how it goes. If you're gonna trade Justin Fields, you got to take a quarterback with that number one pick, and they have another, as I call a lotto pick, like how we say in the NBA. But it is what it is. When it comes to the Jets, I thoroughly believe that we need to draft, if not offensive tackle, the best offensive tackle available at that point in the draft. We definitely have to get Brock Bowers if he's on the board. I think a tight end like Bowers would be so good for what the Jets are already putting together on offense, especially if Aaron Rodgers comes back healthy this season and balls out as we expect. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I just looked through this whole thing, and if I'm not mistaken, we did trade away our first round draft pick. Now, I had flirted with the idea of trading Tank Dell so that the standout rookie, Coleman, which is another reason why I'm mad Madden didn't show the in-season awards. Coleman probably was a top 3 candidate for offensive MVP in the AFC. I mean, offensive rookie of the year in the NFC. So I didn't get a chance to get a peek at where Coleman finished. Either way, you see the draft, you see what it's looking like. We don't have a first round pick, so I'm not even going to really overly look at that right now. Probably have some players ready to negotiate. Let's go ahead and get to that. Mekhi Becton, I told you, he gets hurt too much. I'm not signing him back. Braxton Jones is solid. He's 27. So he's not going to get much better. But see, my thing is I can't lose 2 tackles in the same offseason. So the question becomes, do you sign Braxton Jones or do you sign Mekhi Becton? Mekhi Becton is ready to come back. Now, see, if I can get him to agree to a 1-year deal, 4.8 in salary, give him 4.9 and a 6.4 million bonus. I enjoy playing for you, but I think I'm going to test out free agency. Okay, so we're probably going to lose Braxton Jones unless we franchise him. Let's see how much a franchise tag for a tackle will cost. 25 million. Now, it's going to be the same thing for Mekhi Becton. Okay, before we make that decision, let's why is his signing bonus worth so much, bro? Jeez. Zach Wilson, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not bringing Zach Wilson back. We got to go in a different direction at quarterback. Divine Diablo, I'm gonna sign him. I'm gonna bring him back. Give him a 2-year deal. Okay, he wants to play for a new team now. Okay. It's like I'm not even really killing y'all on the price. Like, what's up with that, bro? Kinlaw, I would love to sign him back. He's now a Jet in real life. But Travis Jones and Quentin Williams are the only guys touching the field at defensive tackle, so we'll let him go. Brownlee is a guy that doesn't get much playing time, so maybe we can go out and get a younger rookie or sign somebody from the practice squad. Yeah, at the same value for the same price. What just happened? Hold on. What just happened? What just happened, bro? What did I press, bro? Okay, I think I pressed quarterback. I got scared for a minute. I thought I just nullified all those contracts. So Corbin, Carl Lawson. See, now I'm mad at myself because I should not have withdrew the offer from Carl Lawson. Look at how much he wants to make. That's not that bad for somebody at his position. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do now. Okay, I'm going to sign him back. He's a solid backup. Okay. Being that we're gonna let Carl Lawson go, we'll get one more look at Carl Lawson before we say bye to him. 77 rating, right? He's also a right end. I'm gonna use our franchise tag on Will McDonald. No, excuse me. I'll use our 5th-year option on Will McDonald. And now I think we got to franchise one of these guys. This is a tough decision, man. I'll be honest. I've probably got taken down as a quarterback from left ends more than right ends. So let's sign Braxton Jones. Oh, that franchise tag is so much, bro. Oh my gracious. I didn't know it was going to be worth that much. I think I made a mistake, guys. I don't think I should have signed Braxton Jones to that. It doesn't give us as much flexibility. But we need offensive line. I gotta bite that one. I mean, he's 27. He's not super old. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, y'all, I think I'm gonna have to trade somebody and clear up some more cap. I'm gonna have to trade somebody. We don't have much money to work with, if I'm not mistaken. Let's start with the trade before we look at who we're gonna try to sign out here. We got a lot of needs. Now, this trade that I'm trying to make here is gonna strictly be to clear cap, not necessarily to get the same type of talent in return, but we want to clear cap, and if we can, also try to acquire a first, second, or third round draft pick. Right now, I'm cycling through the teams, trying to see who needs a wide receiver as far as their team needs are concerned. And it's interesting. The only team is the Ravens, and I'm definitely not trading them, who I have in mind to trade right now. Okay, the Texans. Okay. Texans need a receiver, and it's funny because I'm definitely trying to trade the Tank Dell right now. Being that we let Becton go, let's see. Damn, that cap hit is nasty. Kid's 29, so it's probably not the best idea. Let's see if they have a left tackle we can move to right. Ooh, they got Tunsil. Yeah, that's not happening. We do need right end help. Let's see what they got there. Jack Sawyer, who I'm trying to see what college he went to. It's okay. I don't think I want to do that. Let's see what they got at linebacker. We definitely need help at linebacker as well. I don't really have anybody. Patrick Payton, that's a good name. They've got the 11th pick. Let's start with the pick before we move any further. I really do like Tank Dell. He makes some big catches for us. And see, I think if I trade Dell, that allows McCole Hardman to be more of a factor on offense too, not just special teams. Let's see. It's not really even clearing that much cap, to be honest with you. Okay, they don't like the deal. Hmm. 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 Let's see. The Titans need a wide receiver as well. Like I said, I was thinking I was clearing cap, but I'm not even really doing that unless I add another player to this deal. This is tough, bro, because everything changed with me signing Braxton Jones back. I probably should have just went with a pardon me, Skizzy. I'm gonna call you back in a minute, broski. Uh, I probably should have just went with a younger option, man. Especially being that the quarterback spot was so rough last season. Man, I'm really stumped. I think if I can't find a player worth the trade, we may just have to settle for working with what we have in the offseason. I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. I don't know what to do here. Let's look back at the Jets roster for a minute and just see, is there anybody with a contract that is just so bad that we just need to move it? Um, all the guys that are making big cash absolutely deserve it. Even Corbett, even though he's 82, he deserves his bag because he's been one of our most consistent linemen. Um, yeah. See, like when you look at the contracts and what everybody's making, I can't front, bro. I definitely. Ah, man, bro. I definitely dropped the ball with this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the worst decision I've made so far as a owner of the Jets. Hold on 1 second as I send this text out. All right, let's see. All right, we just gotta eat it, bro. I mean, oh man, I'm kicking myself for doing that. Johnson, I probably could trade him and get some value for it, but he was so crucial in stepping in. I have to look at that, bro. I don't really want to trade Johnson, but that might be the trade for us. I don't really see any more contracts down here that are just absurd. Okay, so let's see if we could trade Johnson. I kind of want to take Dell out of this trade. Cause Tank, I'm not clearing that much cap by moving him. I thought I was, but I think Tank Dell's the kind of guy I got to trade if I just want value. Anybody need a left end? Left end over here. We've already given the Bears Dalvin Cook. Let's see. You know what, y'all? I've been looking. It's no way I'm going to be able to pull off what I got in my mind. I'm really frustrated with myself. I should have thought about that a little bit harder before I went ahead and committed to that franchise tag to Jones. And then here you see a guy like Tyron Smith is available. Travis Kelce also out there. Not that many star players here this year. The best quarterback available is Jordan Love. And I think that's who we're going to sign. Yep. Let's put a contract out there to Jordan Love. We don't have much money to spend. So that will put us way in the negative. So let's knock down. First of all, let's make it a shorter deal. I can't even do this, bro. I wonder if I really lowball him, would he take the offer? I guess that will only happen if nobody else was trading for him. All right, I know that offer isn't that good. You see the Seahawks are competing with us. Let's see if we can up that just a little bit. Yeah, there's no way we can pull this off. This is really bad, bro. I'm not even gonna put no more offers out there. I really might have blown this off season by giving that contract to Jones. I feel like this is the real Jets. This is something the Jets would do, bro. Like franchise tag somebody that's not even that big of an impact player for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that is some Jets football right there, bro. Or old Jets. The new Jets might not do that, but the old Jets Certainly. Oh man, I'm kicking myself, bro. I didn't even look at the pro days or anything like that because I'm just so mad. Like, it's the type of thing where you quit and start over. But we're gonna rock out on the stream. Y'all gonna see the hard parts and the good parts of this team. Is we I don't know, man. He probably gonna sign with Seattle before he signed with us. Maybe I could give Trey Lance a shot. Let's see if Trey Lance is interested in coming to Gang Green. Why is maybe if I withdraw the Jordan Love. So wait, did he sign? I think he signed. Yeah, he signed with the Seahawks. I didn't even peep it. Damn it. All right. Let's lowball this guy right here. Everybody's blowing up my phone right now. So, matter of fact, let me up his contract a little more and take this damn signing bonus down. Take it down to about, no, 4.6 or something, 4.5. Obviously not the strongest offer, but if you want to sign somewhere, bruh, you better do it. Did he turn down our contract? Like, what happened? Nah, I don't. I just don't think he wants it. So that's the crazy thing to me. You rather be a free agent and not get signed by anybody than to take a low contract. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, I'm just not even like interested in signing any other position besides quarterback. Before I just throw in the towel, let me just take a quick look at what I'm trying to think. What other positions we really need help at? Maybe linebacker. Um, Devon Diablo didn't sign with us, so we gotta sign him back too. Definitely want him back. I mean, we still got Debo Jones and White, but I really did enjoy Diablo's time with us. Ooh, Algier signed with the Panthers. Khalil Herbert, former Jet, goes to the Vikings. Wow. Any big name receivers? Tyler Lockett still playing. He's now going to be in Minnesota. Tyler Boyd heads to LA. Let's see if anybody signs with us after we move ahead. One more period in stage 3 of the contract signings. My mistake there. Let's go into the final week of free agency and see if we pulled anybody. I gotta do a better job managing money in the upcoming season. Did we sign Diablo? No, Diablo still interested in signing with us, but Okay, we'll move the evaluation period up. And we have signed them. Let's go. I'm not gonna act like we made some big splash, but yo, we got a backup quarterback now. Trey Lance, who's speedy, move around the pocket, and we got Diablo coming back to play linebacker for us. I'm happy. Offseason free agency complete. I messed up by putting a lot of money into Braxton Jones, but we're bringing him back. Hopefully, he steps it up this season, protects Bo Nix, or maybe even potentially Trey Lance. But let's move on to mock draft 5 and let's see how things are looking across the NFL. So Archie Manning has jumped after some signings have been made. Now he is the number 1 projected overall pick to the Miami Dolphins. I would hate to see Arch Manning twice a year. Now Malachi Nelson's supposed to go to New Orleans. We'll see how that plays out. D'Angelo Wallace to the Steelers. UCLA's Dante Moore to to Cleveland, pardon me. Okay. All right, well. Here we go. Let's see the free agency recap before we move on to the draft. Let's get a look at some of the big names that signed. Tyron Smith now headed to Indianapolis. Look at Travis Kelce now going to be playing for the Panthers. That should be interesting. Tyrann Mathieu headed to Houston. Should be good there. DeMarcus Lawrence is going to ride out with the Broncos. As we saw Tyler Lockett earlier. Going to move on to Minnesota. This is a good left tackle that I would have been interested in signing. Shout out to Trent Brown. That would have been a good signing. Tyler Algier stays with Carolina. Grady Jarrett signs with Jacksonville, reunited with Calvin Ridley. Okay. I think that's it for some of the big names. Cole Holcomb, shout out to him. He was a solid player for me in fantasy a season ago. I think that's about it. Wow, Kyle Juszczyk is a free agent, bro. Might have to see what's up with that. Best fullback in the NFL. Okay, so got a trade offer here for Joe Tippmann, who is a really good backup for Austin Corbett. Right now, we're getting offered a lot of young players and draft picks. That Rams one might be the one that has my attention. They offered a right tackle, and they also offered some draft picks. Let's go back to it. These picks would be in the 2028 draft, though. I think Joe Tippmann is too good to trade for 2 late round picks in 2028, though. Wait a minute. Oh, he's a defensive tackle, though. Not really what I'm looking for. Kobe Patience. The 2026 draft pick here for Haynes. It was a left guard. I think Joe Tippmann is too good and still too young for me to just throw him away for a random offer that came in from the computer. All right, y'all, let's move on. We got a new stadium. We finished the offseason. The free agent period. Now let's move on to draft day as we move forward to the 2026 NFL draft. And of course, this is BYC Gaming. I go by the name of Biz Billa. Appreciate y'all tapping in with the live on the playback. Be sure to follow us on at BYC Gaming on all the link trees and things of that nature. So here we are. The Dolphins got the first pick. They had a horrible season the previous year. Let's see who they draft. Arch Manning, the first overall pick. He is now in the same division as Bo Nix, Josh Allen. Man, listen, that's going to be interesting. Arch Manning is your first pick. It's going to be very interesting to see him with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and A-Chain. It's going to be very interesting to play against the Dolphins next season. They see Zachariah Branch. Am I saying his name right? He's going number 2 to the Broncos. Looking to help them improve. Caden Proctor, who was expected to go number 1 overall at a point on a lot of mock drafts, goes number 3 to the Giants. They pick up a good left tackle. That should help them in the near future. They see Caleb Downs is the 4th pick for the Pats. And last pick we're going to look at here, the number 5 pick, Jordan Hall, another product from that Georgia Bulldogs defense. He goes number 5 overall to the Detroit Lions. Let's go to the next user pick, which will be us at pick number 26 in round 3. Let me look at my roster because I've been kind of breezing through this off-season episode. Okay, so we're set at quarterback. Don't need to draft any quarterbacks this season. I would say we're set at running back. Don't need a running back. We're going to look at Juszczyk once we finish this draft situation right here. We're good at wide receiver. We can draft a tight end. We can definitely draft a tight end to be a backup to your Boya and Schultz. But that can be late round picks, as Dalton Schultz is getting a little bit older. So maybe I will try to find the next talented tight end. I might do that next. Braxton Jones, yo, when I tell you I'm going to be watching you closely this season after giving you that big franchise tag, you better step it up this season, bruh. All right, so we definitely need a left guard. I forgot that Tomlinson retired. Corbett still moving up, 85 now. Vera Tucker still doing what he does. Okay, so right tackle, left guard, right end. So hold on, let me write that down. I'm definitely gonna forget. We got left guard, right end, right tackle, and what was that other position I just saw that we need some help with? What was it? Left guard, right tackle, right end. We're good at defensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, sir. Linebacker is a position we can improve. So if we see somebody, go with the best available. Corner, we should be set. Okay, so those are the main positions I got to fill. Okay. And like I said, if we want to improve another position, if we still have a pick left, I say we go with a linebacker. All right, so let's make our selection. All right, let's see. I think the most important is probably right tackle because we don't have a right tackle at all. And then we'll get left guard shortly after that. Minnesota's Kerry Heller. He's the best available, but he's expected to go on day 3, so I might be able to wait on him. Same thing with the left tackles as well. Tight end was the position I said I wanted to improve to. I'm not gonna go 1 in the 3rd round unless there's somebody really good on the board that we can't pass up on right now. Hal Abram is the guy right here. He's a vertical threat. I mostly prefer possession tight ends. I don't know if I should pick him this early. Let's see what else is available. Right end is another position we need to improve. We can probably wait on that. Kurt Tracy is available. He's probably the best one on the board. Right outside linebacker, Andy Kincaid from Tulsa. All right. I think the most important is right tackle and right guard. Kerry Heller is also a scheme fit. I hope he's good. There you see top fit, Jaguars, Jets, and Buccaneers. We are not going to deny what the projections tell us. Let's take him. Okay. Decent ratings. We'll see his overall once we get out of this draft period. All right, let's skip ahead in the draft to our next user pick, which is going to be a 4th round pick. So we just scratched off right tackle. Now let's go see if that left guard is still on the board. Left guard. Okay, so Brandon Webb is on the board, but he really dropped in the projections. Okay, based on what I see here, I'm not going to take Webb here. I'm going to try to get Brian Archer in a round or 2. Jake Moore, a possession receiver, is a tight end available. I told you I don't think I should take a tight end this early. I mean, it's the 4th round, so we don't have much more room to work with. Okay, here's another day 3 guy at right end. two of them, a couple of them actually four. Hmm. Power rusher or a run stopper? Power rusher or a run stopper? I think we need more of a power rush. Interesting that he's not a top fit for us. Hmm. Hmm. And there's Gabe Quincy. I think that offensive line spot is the most important, but I think I can still get Webb or Archer later. So it comes between getting Lonnie Rush, who has a great name for for a pass rusher, either Rush or the tight end Jake Moore. Let's look at some key info for Moore. Catching traffic is really good. 6'6", need to work on simple concentration drops. This is so tough. I don't want to take him, but I'm going to do it. Looks like he's a pretty good player too, so that might have been a really good pick right there. All right, now let's get the players that we just talked about. Probably most importantly, that guard. Oh my goodness, he may be gone now. As our next pick isn't until the 6th round, 15th overall. Okay, Archer's still there. I'll take him. Brian Archer is our pick right there. Dude looks like an offensive lineman. You hear me? Like he built to play the position. He was born to do it. So we get the guard from USF, excuse me. Let's move on to the next user pick. Looks like we got back-to-back picks, which is interesting. Since that looks like back-to-back picks, I'm going to trade this one away. Looks like they don't want to give me nothing but future picks, no players or anything in this. Best pick available. When I do this, I always try to look at teams I think are going to be really bad. My best guess is to take this from the Lions. Okay, so the Lions got my pick. Oh no, they took Rush with the last pick. I was gonna take him. I should have took Rush with the last pick. I shouldn't have got that lineman. He probably still would have been there. All right, so since we don't get Rush, we'll get Gabe Quincy. Let's just draft him. He's got good strength, good acceleration. Not sure how all of his other attributes will join forces together and what kind of rating will formulate for him. We got one more pick here, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no. Let's trade this away because we do have another pick at pick 27. I think I'm going to take that 6th round pick from Tennessee. Tennessee hasn't been too good recently. Okay. Now, I probably should have drafted somebody. I'm trying to think, what other positions did I need? We got tight end. We got, a linebacker. Let's get a linebacker here with this pick. Preferably, I think, right outside. I think only Jalen Harrell, the rookie, is there. Johnny Pippen. I'm going to enjoy saying that name, so let's go ahead and add Mr. Pippen. Oh, yeah, he's got some good stats. Okay. All right, I think that's it for our draft. Let's simulate until the end. And that is it. Let's look at the draft recap for the Jets. Let's see how we did as far as pulling these players. It goes as follows. So, this is a rough draft. This is not one of our better drafts. So we still got more work to do. I think we're going to have to move some players around. It's the only thing I can think of. Okay, I'm going to spend time editing numbers and changing the positions of the players and everything like that. I'm going to do that off camera. I'm glad you all tapped in with us. and rocked out with us here on the off-season episode of the New York Jets franchise. So we got a lot more to go with this. We're probably going to play this NY Jets franchise up until college football 25 comes out this summer. Once college football 25 comes out this summer, we'll start preparing for a new season of football, not on just the college level, but on the Madden level as well. Right now, I just want to say thank y'all who have watched another great season here with the Jets. We didn't complete the mission winning the Super Bowl, and we didn't have the best offseason, but we won 7 straight to finish the season out, finishing at 11-6. That's one of the best turnarounds I've ever had in the Madden season, being 4-6 at one point, then finish 11-6. Also winning the division, sweeping the Bills. We just really did a good job this season, and we're gonna have to put a lot of stock into Bo Nix. Right now, he's our guy. He's gonna have Trey Lance on his heels, and I hope you are on our heels and watching us every week, damn near every day here at BYC Gaming. I go by the name of Biz Billa. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in, whether live or on the playback. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. And after that, you know the vibes, man. We gone, Brody. Peace.